Hello, I'm Harry Lee. I am a junior and I am part of Filmmaking 2, the class. Awesome.
I'm Sarah Martin. I'm a student from New Canaan High School and I've been doing filmmaking for 2 years.
Hi, I'm Jack Marshall. I'm a film student at New Canaan High School. I've been doing film for two years now. I've had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a very rewarding experience.
Hello, my name is Drew Bench and I'm a sophomore at New Canaan High School.
Well, I think even on like a larger scale, like big budget movies have an effect on I guess school life. You know, everyone goes to like go see the new Avengers movie or Batman movie or whatever, so there's a real sense of community within that. But even if you look deeper into it, if you look at independent films, amateur films, there is a large sense of community that goes into making them and viewing them. So I think any way you look at it, films have an incredibly important part of a community.
I think it inspires people a lot in the community. It brings, it inspires more creativity and like new ideas for other people and people that want to join in. So I think it would be like a good idea to like bring more in, yeah.
Well, one obvious way that films have an impact on the community is through bringing light to issues that may not be talked about as much or need addressing. Documentaries usually do a very good job of this.
I think filmmaking is something that can really bring the community together, like especially a lot of movies that are kind of like event films or movies that everybody's sort of raving about and then tell someone else to go see it and then they tell someone else to go see it and then people go with like their friends and family and see it and they can bond over the films, whether they're happy or sad or however they're feeling about it, they can bond over that.
Well, obviously it's a massive team all like working together to create this one thing. But I think also just the viewing of the movie, viewing it with, you know, your friends or family, it's everything that goes into film is a collaborative work, whether it be making it, whether it be watching it, any of it, it's all working together.
Well, movie theaters are one really good way that movies bring people together. It really makes it into a shared experience. You're not just watching the film by yourself, you're watching it with other people, and it really makes it a much better experience for yourself and everyone involved.
The really cool thing about a theater is that it's just a bunch of people that you probably don't know just coming together all to enjoy the one experience of watching a movie, which is something that you don't really get from streaming. It's kind of sort of an intimate experience, I guess, because you're all gathered together just to watch the movie and that's all that matters at that point in time.
I'd say the most important thing that often goes kind of unnoticed is the lighting. Even if you look beyond like where the lighting is, if you look at like what color the lights are, if it's more of like a warm color, more reddish hues, that can make you feel safer. And if it's more like green or blue hues, it can kind of make you feel uncomfortable or unnerved. So I'd say that's one of the most important things in film that often does go kind of overlooked.
It could be a lot of stuff. It could be camera shots, it can be music.
I'm a big believer in the fact that soundtracks are what make or break films. A soundtrack can make a scene more emotional, it can make it a lot funnier, it can really change the mood of the entire scene just based on what music is playing. So I think that soundtracks or music is the most important part of a film.
I think cinematography is something that's really important in filmmaking, and I think it's something that can really affect how the film comes across. Like when a movie has really like pretty or interesting cinematography, it really ends up setting it apart from a lot of other movies that could have had the same script, could have had the same actors, the same editing, the same everything, but without that element of like really unique and interesting cinematography, it could just all fall flat. Well, I think something about visual effects is that the sky is basically the limit. You know, there's so many different things you can do. You can use practical effects or you can use like computer-generated images. But I think there's a lot of power in using practical effects for filmmaking because it's usually pretty simple and honestly the results can end up looking way better than something that was created by like a computer or something.